first, what is Shrove Tuesday? Well, the term comes from the old word to shrive, meaning to confess one's sin and receive absolution and forgiveness, a necessary part of preparing for Lent. Like Mardi Gras, like Carnival, Shrove Tuesday, which happens to be an English tradition, is one of these pre-Lenten feasts. For our medieval predecessors, Lent meant weeks without eating meat, eggs, dairy products, and a host of other rich foods. Hence, pancakes and other delicacies that are made with these soon-to-be taboo ingredients. Why pancake racing on Shrove Tuesday? Well, the story goes that in the mid-1440s, a woman in the village of Olney, England, was preparing her family's meal but lost track of time. The church bells rang and she had to rush off to the service, and as she did so, she flipped the pancake so that as she went, it wouldn't burn to the pan before the pan cooled. We're told that by the next year, the whole community recreated this unorthodox culinary occasion by running a distance, everyone flipping pancakes as they went. This tradition spread throughout many parts of the English-speaking world, including to our church here at Grace. Naturally, wherever the races take place, based on the space available, the rules, the specific way the race is run is going to vary. We at Grace have developed our own traditions for how to conduct our pancake races, which we'll talk through in just a moment. But before that, I'll share my first tip with you. Since this is an English tradition, it may help racers to get into the right state of mind if you start out by wearing something very English. Sacre bleu! This will not work. These clothes are not English. Much better. And now, suitably attired, we may begin. In a normal race, 3 or 4 would line up on this end of the room and prepare to dash to the other end. No frying pans yet. Those come later. Now, walk with me, and I'll share with you a few more tips as we go. My next tip is when preparing for the pancake races, choose footwear with good traction. You see, our goal is to have the pancakes flip end over end, not the racers. Now that we've made it to the other end of the room, the next leg of the race begins by putting on the appropriate pancake race regalia. This begins with the apron. We have aprons of many styles, some with and others without the bib. You may choose whichever you prefer. Regardless of style, however, the apron must be securely affixed. For if the apron comes untied during the race, the racer must stop to reaffix. Races are, in fact, won and lost in the tying of an apron. Therefore, my next tip is in the days before the race, practice at home. If you don't have a suitable apron of your own, just use a length of ribbon. Whatever you have, practice tying behind your back so your fingers are nimble and well-trained. After the apron, you next don the regulation scarf. Like the apron, the scarf must be securely affixed, for if it comes off during the race, it must be retrieved and put on again. After the apron, after the scarf, next, the chef's hat. This goes on over the head, which I hope is self-explanatory. And now, properly vested, we may resume our race. And now each racer shall make their way back to where we started, where they will retrieve their pancakes and frying pans. It helps to practice your pancake flipping in the days before the race. If you don't want to spoil your appetite for pancakes, you could always substitute a rubber pot holder or a heavy dishcloth, something with some weight, so that as you flip the pan, you can then practice catching it again. Our frying pan collection includes specimens of many sizes, so each racer can choose a pan that suits their preference. The larger pan does provide more surface area for catching the pancake. It does, however, have a bit more weight to it, so for smaller or less experienced racers, that could be a problem. So choose what you're more comfortable with and practice before the races. For each of the remaining legs of the race, each racer must flip their pancake at least 3 times, catching it as they go. If, unfortunately, the faultily flipped flapjack flops face first to the floor, the racer must pick up the improperly propelled pancake and place it back in their pot before they proceed. All that remains is 1 more trip across the room and 3 more flips. Now, our rules require the pancake leave the pan and be caught 3 times. But the rules don't actually require that those flips take place while in motion. So there is an alternate strategy that many do practice, and that is to flip the pancake 3 times before they start moving. That way, once their flips are completed, they are free to cross the room in a faster manner of their liking. And that concludes our demonstration of a Grace Church pancake race. I hope with these tips you can unlock your inner champion pancake racer. And so, until such time as we can gather together once more, I will look forward to seeing you at the pancake races. We have breaking news. We now go live to our Action News team for the latest updates.
Now for something completely
different.
Objection, Your Honor. The preceding tomfoolery had nothing whatsoever to do with Shrove Tuesday. Counsel moves that this entire farce must be brought to a swift and immediate end.
Rah, 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 rah.